Latrice Mack. Latrice Mack.
Nolo.
Thank you. Lanais Marcado. Lanais Marcado. FTA. Jerry Marcelin. Jerry Marcelin.
Yes, ma'am, not guilty.
Thank you. Sheena Martinez. Sheena Martinez. FTA. Anahi Mata. I see that's a bind over for juvenile court. Leasia Maxwell. Leasia Maxwell.
I'm here.
What is your plea?
Nolo.
Thank you. Patrick McDonald. Patrick McDonald.
Ordor Cruz. Jose Ordor Cruz.
FTA. Wayne Noble.
No.
Wayne. I'm sorry.
Here.
Sir, what
Nolo.
is Nolo? Thank you. Jose Odor Cruz. Jose Odor Cruz.
He's here, but he's gonna need interpretive services.
Okay. Madam Interpreter.
Ok, señor Oidor Cruz, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Maria.
Guilty.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Rohelia O'Keefe. Rohelia O'Keefe.
Maria Perdomo.
FTA. Elizabeth Ortiz. Elizabeth Ortiz.
Yes, I'm guilty.
Okay. Jose Pasano Pina. Jose Pasano Pina. FTA. Maria Perdomo Villanueva. Maria Perdomo Villanueva.
She's here and she needs Spanish interpretive services.
Hola, señora Perdomo Villanueva o señorita, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos? Guilty.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Walter Pinto Arden.
Wally.
Walter Pinto Arden.
I'm here.
Yes, sir. What is your plea? Do you
Yeah.
need interpreter?
Yes, ma'am. He's gonna need an interpreter.
Ok, señora. where are you?
Walter
Pinto.
Pinto Arden.
Pinto. Señor Pinto, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Nulo.
No, no. ¿Cómo se quiere?
Culpable.
Culpable.
Yeah.
Ok, guilty.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.
Carlos Poole. Carlos Poole.
Nolo.
Thank you. Joseph Porcia. Joseph Porcia.
Nolo.
Thank you. Armand Randall. Armand Randall.
Nolo.
Thank you.
Nulo.
Intisar Rasul. Intisar Rasul.
Guilty.
Thank you. Wally Ravenel. Wally Ravenel.
Present.
Sir, what is your plea?
Guilty.
Thank you. Timmy Reed. Tiana Reddy or Tiana Reedy.
Last name Roland.
Roland.
FTA. Cornelius Reeves. Cornelius Reeves. FTA. Freddie Render Sr. Freddie Render Sr. FTA. Michael Robinson. Michael Robinson.
Guilty.
Thank you. Shakir Robinson. Shakir Robinson. FTA.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
this is Tiana. You said FTA for Tiana Reed it. This Tiana Reed it right here. My speaker was muted, ma'am. I'm Tiana
Okay.
Reed it.
Okay. Well, what is your plea?
I plead no, ma'am.
Thank
Do I
you.
need to come down? Do I need to come to the far courthouse or do I need to just stay on virtue?
If your signal's not gonna be strong enough for you to continue on with court, then I suggest you come to the courthouse.
Okay, I just come to the courthouse. I'm on that way to
Okay.
the courthouse now, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay, but you know what courtroom I go in?
it's only one.
Okay, room 309.
It's only one courtroom.
Okay, I'm on my because my sickness is fading in that because I can't have no FTA, ma'am. I'm finna go
Okay,
to the,
thank you.
okay,
okay.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna stay on. Okay, bye bye.
Ya. ¿Puedo salirme, va? ¿No?
Okay, do I have Shakir Robinson? Shakir Robinson? Okay, FTA. Robert Roland?
Here.
Sir, what is your plea?
Guilty, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Jonathan Rugi or Jonathan Rugi?
And Salvador, last name Salvador.
Last name Salvador.
FTA. Vanessa Sagara,
I'm here.
what is your plea?
Not guilty.
Okay, thank you.
This Jonathan Rugi.
Okay, sir, what is your plea?
Nolo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Cristiano Salvador?
He's here and he needs interpretive services.
Okay,
Hola, señor Salvador. ¿Cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Guilty?
thank you. Marcelo Salvador Castro? FTA.
Wait, I think that might be him.
Tia Skipper?
I'm here. Let me tell you.
Hang on.
Guilty.
Okay. Alexis Sneldy or Alexis Snedley?
Here.
Okay. Ma'am, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
Okay.
Miss
Ashley,
Yates, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Miss Yates, we have Mr. Marcelo Salvador. He snuck in on me. He's here, but he needs interpretive services.
okay. Madam Interpreter?
Okay. Señor Salvador, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
¿Ah?
Culpable.
Okay. Guilty.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Kenyatta Smith?
Renato.
I'm sorry?
I'm a plead no.
Cisnero.
Okay, thank you. Sherry Smith?
Guilty.
Okay. Taylor Smith?
Nolo.
Thank you. Idris Sulaimu Bey?
No, Coronado. Cisnero.
FTA. Alfredo Terrero? FTA. Alberto Tiscanero Coronado?
That's him right in front of you.
Okay, sir, what is your plea? And does he need interpreter?
Yes.
Okay,
¿Necesita un intérprete?
Ya.
Ok, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ella?
Culpable.
Guilty?
thank you.
Wait, did you say not guilty? Did you say no
No
culpable?
culpable.
He said.
¿Cómo dijo? ¿No
No
culpable? No culpable.
Hmm.
Not guilty.
Okay, I understand not guilty.
Hold on, we have Alfredo Terrero. He was in the back as well, and he needs interpretive services.
Okay, thank you.
Ok, señor, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Guilty, culpable.
Sí,
¿Y
Manuel
cuál es su nombre de nuevo?
Perez
Alfredo
Manuel.
Terrero Martínez.
Guerrero Martín. Okay. Yes, guilty. Gracias.
What did he say his name was?
His name is
Guerre-
Alfredo Terrero,
Okay,
right above the first,
Martín.
on page 26.
okay.
And then we have Manuel Torres here as well. He needs Spanish interpreter.
Okay.
Ok, señor Torres, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Guilty. Gracias.
Thank you. I have a Quenisha Tumbling. Quenisha Tumbling.
I'm her.
Okay. What is your plea?
Guilty.
Thank you. Crunshana Turner. Crunshana Turner. FTA. Yesenia Valverde Perez. Yesenia Valverde Perez.
She's here. She needs a Spanish interpreter.
Thank you.
Buenas tardes, ¿cómo se quiere declarar a los cargos en contra de usted? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Guilty. Gracias.
Thank you. Imano Venable. Imano Venable.
It's Imani and not guilty.
All right. Thank you.
Jada Williams. Jada Williams.
Alicia Watt. Alicia Watt. FTA. Michael Wells. Michael Wells.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
FTA. Timothy Weston. Timothy Weston. FTA. Tyrone White. Tyrone White. FTA. Jada Williams.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Thank you. Latoya Woods. Latoya Woods.
She was here to pay, but I released her and I told her she can come back to pay tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I make a quick announcement before we move forward? Did I
Yes.
miss anyone? Did anyone come in and I did not get your name? You did not make a plea? Okay. Oh, yes, we have one that came in late. On page 4, do you need Spanish Okay. Page 4 is Alexis or Alex, I'm sorry. Lucero Castilla.
¿Necesito un intérprete? Ah, ok. ¿Cómo se quiere declarar usted a los cargos? ¿Culpable, no culpable o no disputar a ellos?
Culpable.
Guilty. Gracias.
Thank you.
I think we covered everyone in the courtroom, so you can proceed.
Okay. Alberta Carmichael.
Nolo.
Okay. Thank you. Is there anyone's name that I did not call?
¿Alguien presente al quien no lo han llamado?
Solicitor, we're ready.
All right, so we are pretty much all over the place with these pleas. Hey, did you guys set up a breakout room for the attorneys?
Yes.
I'm not showing it on my screen, so I haven't been able to go over there and talk to them. I don't
Okay.
know
I
why
have a
the
question.
breakout room's not showing up.
Ma'am, hold on, please.
Okay. Let's see.
My apologies.
No, that is okay. That's okay. We're so, 2 people in here. Okay. Just hold for my announcement. I'm going to jump in here real quick and handle them, and then I'll jump back out here, and then we'll go through the list.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, did you have a question?
Oh, yes. My question was, do I have the option to just pay? Because if so, I would like to take that. I heard somebody say it earlier.
Well, if you just paid, are you just gonna just admitting that you're guilty?
See, that's why I was confused because what the solicitor said versus what the lady that was, saying the names, they said two different things with the nolo contendere. So I was kind of confused when she said it versus when he said it. So
Yes, if you just go ahead and pay it, that's admitting guilt. So you will get the points and everything for that.
oh, okay, never mind. So I'll stay with nolo. Thank you for
Okay,
clarifying.
yeah, no problem.
I have a question too, if that's all right.
Yes, that's fine. How can I help you?
Thank you. I'm not really understanding. You said Nola is like, okay, it's not pleading guilty, but it's not, pleading innocent, but it's like accepting the punishment. So that's still a fine that I
Yeah,
pay.
it's still a fine, but there's no point associated
Okay,
with that if you're eligible. Yes.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sorry, I forgot who I was talking to. Miss Yates. Would it be okay if I take the not guilty pleas and just go ahead and get their information and release them?
Of course.
All right. So when I call your name, just come over here for me.
Yeah, are they doing play forms?
Yes.
You wanna- yeah. We should have a few. If you-
Excuse me.
If she called your name, then come up.
How can I help you?
This form.
My mom was also in the meeting, but she was kicked out. She's in the waiting room now.
And also.
Does she have a case with us?
at the bottom,
I'm not sure her name wasn't called.
because I'm having a problem with that. So make
Okay.
sure I get
Well, what is your name? Because all I have is Zoom
your
use.
address,
Taylor Smith.
make it legible so that I can read it.
She was sent the same text message.
Johnson.
Did you use her phone number when you were cited?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. And what's your mother's name again?
Kamisha Terrell.
Well, when we sent out the text messages, man, we also sent off the driving history. So if your mother's name was on your driving information when you got your license, that could have been the reason why she received the text message.
Okay.
But we'll double check to make sure. I don't believe that she's on, but just one second.
Ma'am, your mother does not have a case with us.
Okay. So she can leave the waiting room, correct?
Yes, she can.
Okay.
She's a court-appointed attorney. Octubre, 10-12.
So she needs to fill this out, and if she doesn't finish it today, she needs to bring it back by close of business Friday, okay? Okay, you're not guilty. Is that what
No
you
sé,
said?
pues, o tu
Okay, so circle not guilty.
correo electrónico
Put
que
your
va.
name and date.
Veo
Make
mi
sure I
precio,
can
madre.
read it. And put your email address.
The thing is, my citation was not strength, it's disorderly conduct. I was
Still the same thing. If you're gonna plead not guilty, you're gonna have a court date, and you get to have a trial between you, the people that were involved, and the officers.
So I could have pleaded no law on this.
Yeah, and if you qualify for it, yeah. Do you want to change your plea?
Yeah,
Okay, well, have a
I'm
seat.
trying to do all that for.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
not confused because it ain't nothing about traffic. That's why I'm
No, we
confused.
still have misdemeanor cases here. It didn't have to be traffic for municipal court. We hear misdemeanor.
I didn't know
cases.
you. I didn't know you could say no law. Consent that to that, cause I ain't never been in this.
Yeah,
So.
so you
I'm
want to
sorry.
do not guilty or no?
I don't know, cause I ain't
Okay, what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Carlos Johnson. No?
Johnson.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so have a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
May I be heard on one of the cases for this morning? Mr. Congera.
I believe the solicitor is still in the breakout room.
No, yes, ma'am. I've already spoken to him. I just wanted to update the court on the nature of the meeting we had, and that is that we stipulated or we consented to reset the case one time. The case will end as a basic rules. I just need to be able to secure a letter from the client to get this over the goal line, so to speak. So that's just the update, and I just wanted to inform the court so that we could reset it and then have it worked out, and I can do a plea in absentia even ahead of time, I would imagine, or on that date, the next date.
Okay. Would you like a reset date for 30 days out, 60 days out? And would you like AM or PM?
30 days is fine.
Okay. Do you want to
and
be placed on the trial calendar or the arraignment calendar? Trial calendar is at 8 AM.
the arraignment calendar, please.
Okay. All right. We'll get that taken care of.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Alberto Coronado. Alberto Coronado.
Coronado. Is he not guilty?
Mhm.
Okay.
And Jada Williams. Jada Williams. Make sure I can read it. Just put his name, today's date, and his email address.
Does it have an email address? Oh, mine work?
As long as he can get the information from your email, that's fine. Because he's gonna have to sign some documents. Did he need an attorney?
That's the thing, but email me because email I really didn't hear from back there. So
No,
I just
you don't,
came
yeah.
out there when
Just-
he turned
just
it
put
on.
the date, yeah.
She said,
You know,
no,
just
she
put-
said no,
yeah, that's a
when I
judge.
heard
Well, he said no probably when he came to the mic. So I was like, probably make a copy. He said make a copy. So he said not guilty. So he gets another trial. He gets a trial. But if he needs an attorney, we're gonna reset him anyway. Because we gotta get time to get the paperwork back in and have the attorney assigned to him. So I'm sorry, his name was. So he may need a court appointment. So I'm gonna have you guys fill this out. And make sure he fills it out completely and get it back to us by close of business. So he's actually doing it here.
I'd rather have it all done now.
Jada Williams 561 at Gmail.
Yeah, it's dot in the middle,
Jada dot Williams 561. Okay, all right, we good to go. Hold on. Were you the one just on the phone? On what? What's your name? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I ain't ready for you again. I already dealt with you this morning. Hold on. Did I miss anybody with a not guilty plea? So what's your name? Are you pleading not guilty?
No. Is it all right if I change my NOLO to not guilty?
Sir, hold on, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Just you on the bottom, correct?
Hey.
How can I help you, sir?
Ms. Reed? Yes.
That lady, that lady who come to court. Okay.
You heard everything. All of us heard you. So you're good.
Okay.
Just
so-
have a seat.
I see a judge here.
You're gonna have to fill out the paperwork, but have a seat. We taking care of the not guilty first.
Okay, then y'all gonna do it. No,
You're
no,
good
okay.
to go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll send you
So
information.
what's your name?
Yolanda.
Mr. Longer. So once I fill out my own, cause I know patients on, but anyway, I don't care. I'm CNA. So
And you plead no law.
I'm pleading no law.
So once we can confirm that, and then you get the amount that you're gonna be paid or have to pay, then you can go, once we finish all that, but I'm not sure what order he's gonna take that, in, okay? Probably should stay online.
But my thing is was yeah, see, they say you pay me no cause see, I had to
Step over here, cause you being recorded and you're on YouTube, so. Just
Excuse me, what happens to all those with the guilty pleas?
You'll just have to wait for the solicitor.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Payton, Ms. Yates, and Ms. Green, I am back from dealing with the attorney cases. Let's go ahead and move through this calendar. Ladies, you're gonna have to forgive me because I missed the first half of you calling it, so I don't have necessarily the announcements on the first, let's see, page 1 through 12. So you're gonna have to help me out.
Are we taking the guilties first, or are we just going through the calendar again?
No, for organizational sake, we're probably just gonna have to go straight down the calendar because there's no real way for us to divide them without jumping around.
Okay,
So if Ms. Payton or Ms. Yates can do me the honor of informing me of the plea and the fine amounts, then I can go through and take the pleas. The first one's gonna be Janaye Acevedo.
yes, she's here with me.
She's in the courtroom.
Yes, and she pled guilty, and her fine amount is $300.
Okay. Ms. Acevedo,
Yes.
you don't need the assistance of the interpreter, do you?
No.
Okay. All right. So you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to the 2 charges. Your fine amount is $300. Are you able to take care of that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
No, I could take care of that in 2 weeks.
Okay. And I know that you're in the courtroom. Can we get your email address so that we can send the information to you on paying it within the 2-week time frame?
Yes, I have her put it on the plea sheet.
Okay. All right. So as soon as we get that information, Ms. Acevedo, then Ms. Green should be able to release you unless she has something else for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And then we have Antonio Aldridge.
FTA
That was FTA. Okay.
and Alexander's FTA.
Alexander's and FTA. So Kashawn Alford.
FTA.
All right.
Romo, Arias Romo,
Jahira Arias Romo.
she's in here with me.
Does she need the interpreter?
No, she does not.
Okay. And what was her plea?
Guilty.
Miss Arias Romo.
Yes.
Okay. are you aware that a guilty plea on this particular charge will suspend your license?
No.
Okay. Do you want to see if you're eligible for a NOLO to avoid the suspension of your license?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Payton or Miss Yates, can you verify whether she's eligible for a NOLO on the insurance and the registration charge?
She is eligible.
Okay. And what is the total fines on that?
$13.45.
$13.45. All right, so Miss Arias Romo, you are eligible for a NOLO to keep your license from being suspended. The total fine amount is $1,345. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I need longer.
Okay. And can you make sure that you provide your email to Ms. Green in that courtroom before you leave?
Yes.
We're going to shoot you an email on how to pay over time. Just make sure that you follow those instructions. Your license will be good after today's date, so you don't have to worry about a suspension, okay?
Okay.
And so then we have Thong Bak.
And he's paid.
You said paid?
Yes.
Okay. And then Stephen Bagwell.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Bagwell,
Yes, sir.
what was your plea to the charges, sir?
NOLO, sir.
And Ms. Payton or Ms. Yates? Okay, who's looking it up? So I don't have to say both of y'all's name. Is it Ms. Payton or Ms. Yates?
Miss Payton.
Ms. Payton, can you tell me?
We'll answer you.
Can you tell me if Mr. Bagwell is eligible for a NOLO on these charges?
1 second. He is eligible.
And what is the total fines?
Total fine amount is $1,100.
That's 1,100 even?
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Bagwell, your total fine is $1,100 even. You are eligible for the NOLO. Are you able to pay that amount within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
Oh, no, I can pay that today if necessary.
Okay, I don't know whether because we're in court, I don't know if they'll be available to take payments today. Ms. Green, would you guys be available to take payments today?
He can
I'll
come back
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yes.
Tomorrow will be fine.
Okay, all right. So let's just make sure that we do have your email address. Can you provide that to the clerk before you leave the courtroom? And then
Yes,
we'll
sir.
see you tomorrow to take that payment.
Yes, sir. I'll leave with my email and I'll be up here tomorrow to pay the fines.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, then I have Shantae Bailey.
I'm here.
Miss Bailey, what was your plea to the charge?
NOLO.
Okay. And Miss Payton, is Miss Bailey eligible for that NOLO?
She is eligible for that NOLO.
And that fine amount is?
$135.
$135. Miss Bailey, are you able to pay that $135 within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I can pay it within 2 weeks.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat, ma'am?
I did.
Okay. Can we verify her email address?
Yes, we have it.
All right, so Ms. Bailey, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to email you instructions on how to make that payment with the two-week time frame, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Then I have Darasha or Darashe.
Darasha Bailey.
Yes. Ms. Bailey, what was your plea to the charge?
NOLO.
All right. And Ms. Payton, what is that fine amount?
$430.
Ms. Bailey, are you able to pay that $430 fine within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I need a little longer.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I did.
Can we verify that real quick?
It's verified.
All right. Okay, Ms. Bailey, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to give you instructions through email on how to make that payment within, well, over time, because I said you see more than 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
All right, so then I have Kwame Baker.
We had an FTA.
Okay. And Latoya Barley.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ms. Barley, you,
Hello.
what did you plead to the charge?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. And did we get a email for you? Did you put your email in the chat?
Yes.
Can you repeat it for me real quick so we can verify we have it?
Loving Life LRB30@gmail.com.
Ms. Barley, just to confirm, I see in the chat you put loveandlife.lrb. So should there be a dot or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So loveandlife.lrb30@gmail.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Barley, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to email you your next court date. That's going to be your trial date. So just make sure that you log on prepared to go to trial. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And then I have Alex or Sarah Castillo or Castilla. I believe he's in the courtroom.
That is correct. And he will need the interpreter services.
Okay. Madam Interpreter.
No.
So, Mr. Costilla,
Señor Costilla,
you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to the charge, no license. Is that correct?
usted indicó que se quiere declarar culpable al cargo de manejar sin licencia. ¿Eso es correcto?
Manejar con permiso.
¿Ah?
Con permiso.
Ajá.
Ujú.
¿Tenía permiso?
Sí.
I had a permit.
Okay, so let me make sure that I understand. You had a permit. What type of permit did you have?
¿Qué tipo de permiso tenía usted?
De manejo.
Y no tenía licencia, sino el permiso. It was a driving permit.
But is it a actual is it a class D? Can you ask him if he has it with him right now?
¿Lo tiene usted con usted? ¿Lo tiene el
Sí.
permiso con usted?
Sí.
Yes.
You see it? Miss Green, can you verify what type of permit this is?
Yes, I have
Okay.
Sergeant Daniel. He'll take care of that for me.
Ok, están verificando a ver qué tipo de
CP.
permiso.
It's CP?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't have the ticket. I just have this on my calendar. So I'm assuming that because it's a CP, it was a violation of the permit.
So, no tengo en el calendario, no tengo lo que es, pero veo que si es el permiso de usted es un CP, entonces usted no tiene una licencia válida o ha quebrantado ese permiso.
I have the ticket right here, Andres, and the officer Estrada put driver was driving with the learner's permit, admitted he was aware on the body camera.
Ok, tengo aquí la multa y en la multa el agente dice que usted estaba manejando con un permiso de instrucción y usted asentió con eso y estaba en la cámara del policía. Se vio cuando usted dijo que sí, que era verdad.
But Ms. Payton, it does not indicate how he violated the permit. Were we talking, what, does the ticket say what time of the day it was?
It says 5:50 a.m.
Okay.
And the only remarks are on the ticket are the ones that I just said. Yeah, he didn't put anything else.
Okay. Madam Interpreter, can you ask Mr. Costilla if he is eligible to obtain a Class C license?
Señor Costilla, ¿usted puede conseguir una licencia de clase C?
Sí, ya tengo la cita.
Yes, I have the appointment already.
Okay. Can you explain to him that if he enters this guilty plea right now, he will not be able to get his Class C license because of violation of the permit? I can reset him for him to come back to court with a Class C license and then deal with this ticket at that point, which will at least keep him driving legally.
Ok, si él quiere informarle que si usted se declara culpable a este cargo, usted no va a poder conseguir su licencia clase C porque había quebrantado la ley. Si usted quiere, lo que pueden hacer es reasignarle otra fecha para que usted venga después que haya tomado su licencia con el clase C.
Okay.
¿Quiere hacer eso? Okay, I'm willing to do that.
All right, so
Ask him to
Madam,
put his email address on the form.
Ponga su correo electrónico en el formulario.
Thank you.
And then he's free to go after that. We'll send him a new court date, and we just expect for him to come back with a Class C driver's license then.
Ok, entonces después que termine de llenar el formulario, se puede retirar y le mandaremos un correo electrónico indicándole la nueva fecha que se tiene que presentar y esperamos que venga con una licencia de manejo clase C. Okay, thank you.
All right. So I have Shirley Bell next.
FTA.
Okay.
Excuse me, my camera had froze and it had unconnected. I had to come back into the meeting. It took like 5 minutes. I want to make sure my name wasn't called.
What is your name, ma'am?
Last name Smith Kenyatta.
No, we haven't gotten to the S's yet. Sam, I will
Okay.
come back to you, okay? All right, so then I have Antronell Bien-Ami.
Yes.
All right, Miss Bien-Ami, what is your plea to the charge?
Nella.
Okay. And do you still have a Florida driver's license?
I do. I live in Florida.
Okay, so just to inform you, NOLOs only work on Georgia licenses. I can take the NOLO plea, but they're still going to turn it into a guilty. It's not going to have any effect on your Florida license because we cannot put points on your license. So the guilty is not going to have any effect on your license.
I would just have to pay the fine or
Yeah. So you would pay the fine, but in reference to your plea, using a NOLO is not going to have any effect on saving points because you have a Florida license and the points only apply to Georgia licenses.
Okay, understood.
All right, so that fine is paid, if I'm correct, that's $50, correct?
Correct.
And Ms. Ben-Ami, do you need more than 2 weeks to make that payment?
I do not.
All right, and did you put your email into the chat?
I did.
And we verify that we have her email, Clerk?
Yes, we have it.
All right, so Ms. Bien-Ami, you can actually log off. We're going to send you an email with instructions on how to make that payment within 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Then I have Kenyatta Blue.
Here.
Ms. Blue,
Yes.
can you turn your camera on?
Hold on.
All right, what was your plea to the charge, ma'am?
No law.
Okay. And Ms. Payton, what is that fine amount?
$335.
And Ms. Blue, are you able to pay that $335 within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
Longer.
And did you put your email into the chat, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
Can we verify that email?
Verified.
All right, Ms. Blue, you can actually log off. We'll send you instructions on how to make that payment with over time. And just make sure you follow those instructions, okay?
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I have Alexa Brereton.
Yes, I'm here.
Pronounce your last name for me, ma'am.
Brereton.
Brereton.
Yes,
All right, it's making it harder than it is. Ms. Brereton, you, what was your plea to the charge?
I said guilty.
Okay. And Ms. Payton, what is the total on that, on those fines?
For both of her charges together, it's going to be $470.
$470. All right, Ms. Brereton, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I need longer, but could I have a breakdown of what I'm being charged with? Like, I mean, I understand it was expired tag for one of them, and then the other one was when my dog had gotten ran over by code enforcement.
You said your dog had gotten run over.
Mm-hmm. They when I had went up there the other day, I believe it was on Monday. I think they put both cases together for today. My
Oh,
dog
okay.
was run over and by code enforcement and
Separate
reverse.
case.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like both. I don't know if it was both. That's why I'm asking that, like the breakdown of everything.
But were they on 2 separate days?
Yes, and then the woman I spoke with, I'm sorry I didn't get her name when I went up there. She said that she was gonna put them both for today.
Okay. So Ms.
But yes,
Payton, can you tell me what the cost is individually for these charges?
Yes, for the expired or no license plate, that one is 135,
Okay.
and then that other one it's listed as 335.
Okay.
For my dog being unleashed.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way that I could like take that to trial?
You
The
can.
second one
Which
for my
one?
dog.
About the animal running at large
Yes.
charge?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can plead not guilty to that one, and then we'll put you on a trial calendar if that's what you want to do, and still continue with the guilty plea on the other one.
Yeah, if I can do that, please.
All right. So can we go ahead and separate, since they're on separate days, Madam Clerk, can we give her a notice for a trial on the animal running at large? And then send her an email for the payment of $135 on the expired plate. And we're gonna send two, you have to look out for these emails, ma'am. They're gonna be pretty much separated. One, you're gonna get a trial date. The other one's gonna be a payment for, instructions on how to make the payment for the $135, okay?
Okay, that's not a problem. Thank
And
you.
we get your email in the chat?
Yes.
Madam Clerk, can you verify that? We got that.
Checking right
Give me
now.
one moment. We have it.
Okay.
And ma'am, let me just confirm, is it the Alexa Brereton hyphen AELYSE 21, or is it just the Elise 21?
It's just the A Elise 21.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Brereton, you can go ahead and log off and just look out for that information in your email, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Then I have Damon Campbell.
I'm here, sir.
Hey, Mr. Campbell, what was your plea to the charges?
Guilty.
Okay. Mr. Campbell, do you, just out in abundance of caution, do you want to see if you can qualify for a court-appointed attorney that may be able to help you out on these charges?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And the reason I'm asking is because if you plead guilty to these charges, they'll stay on your record for quite some time. You may want to talk to an attorney to see if there's something they can do to help you with the charge.
Okay.
So we can give you a court-appointed application and then get you considered for a judge. We'll reset you for a response on that application, and the court can appoint an attorney on your behalf, and that attorney may be able to do something to help you out, okay?
Okay.
All right, so if you have a seat, the clerk is going to get with you in a second and give you that information.
All right.
All right, so then I have Joshua Cannon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Cannon, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty on these charges?
No, I did no.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. And Ms. Payton, is he eligible for the NOLO?
Yes, he is.
Okay. And what is the total of those fines?
For all of them, it's going to be $1,780.
All right, Mr. Cannon, $1,780 is the total. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I need longer.
Okay. And can you make sure that you put your email address on the form there that Ms. Green is going to provide you with? That way we can make sure that we send you instructions on how to pay over time.
Yes, sir.
So as soon as you do that, then unless she has any other reason to hold you, you'll be free to go. Next person I have is
Thank you.
Alberta Carmichael. No worries, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ms. Carmichael, you indicated that you wanted to plead NOLO to your charge. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And is Ms. Carmichael eligible for that NOLO?
She is.
And that fine amount is?
135.
Ms. Carmichael, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
Yeah, I can pay it in 2 weeks.
Okay. And were you able to put your email into the chat?
Yes.
And have we verified that, Madam Clerk?
We're verifying it right now.
I have it. Thank you.
All right, so Ms. Carmichael, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to send you an email on how to make that payment, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Then I have Carlman Casebolt.
Yes, I'm right here.
Mr. Casebolt, okay, you are pleading what to your charge?
I originally plead NOLO, but I have an out-of-state license as well.
Okay. And is it a Florida license?
It's Virginia.
Okay, all right, so yeah, the NOLO is not gonna have any effect. What is the fine amount on Mr. Casebolt's charge?
165.
165. Sir, are you able to pay that today? I'm sorry, within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I am able to pay in 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. And you put your email, I'm sorry, you're in the courtroom. Can you write down your email address on the documents you're gonna receive from Ms. Green?
Yes.
And once you do that, then you'll be free to go, sir. Then I have Guadalupe Castellanos.
FTA.
Was an FTA. Luxon Castro.
FTA.
Noe Cervantes.
He's gonna need an interpreter.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Mr. Cervantes.
Señor Cervantes,
Sí,
You indicated, what was your plea to the charge?
¿cómo se declaró usted a los cargos?
culpable.
Guilty?
All right, and what is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
760.
Okay, that fine is 760. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
760.
760, yes.
Ajá. La multa es de $760. ¿Puede usted pagarlo en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
Sí, está bien en 2 semanas.
It's okay, I can pay in 2 weeks.
And were you able to put your email into the chat?
¿Puso usted su correo electrónico aquí en la charla?
Sí, pues
Sí.
Yes.
And Madam Clerk, can you verify that we have his email?
Están verificándolo.
Is it Annie25740@gmail?
What was it again? Oh,
Annie?
it is?
Okay.
It is.
Okay. Yes, I have it. Thank you.
Okay. So Mr. Cervantes, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to email you with instructions on how to make that payment within 2 weeks.
Ok, Cervantes, señor Cervantes, usted se puede retirar. Le mandaremos un correo electrónico indicándole cómo pagar el dinero en 2 semanas.
Sí, está bien. Gracias.
Thank you.
No worries. Then I have Dath Chance.
Leave.
Se puede retirar.
Dath Chansey.
FTA. They're FTA.
Oh, okay. David Coggins.
FTA.
Akira Cooper.
FTA. And Dorothea Copper is in the courtroom.
Okay. Dorothea, is it Copper or Cooper?
Coffer.
Over.
Coffer.
Oh.
Do we have this misspelt on ours?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Can you give me the spelling, correct spelling of your name?
Cofer.
Cofer. Okay. All right, Ms. Coffer, what was your plea to the charge?
Nolo.
Okay. Was this an accident, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Payton, is she eligible for that NOLO?
She is
And what is that fine?
530.
All right, so Ms. Coffer, are you able to pay that fine within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I need longer.
Okay. More than 2 weeks, okay. If you can put your email on the document that you're gonna receive from Ms. Green, then after you've done that, you're free to go, okay? We'll email you with instructions on how to make that payment.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Then I have Dwayne Council.
The number 9.
Eric Council?
Got the right spelling.
Oh, yes, they have your name is Eric. It's Eric Dwayne Council, right?
Correct.
Middle name, okay. All right, so sir, what was your plea to the charge?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, okay. And did you put your email into the chat, sir?
I sent it directly to Forest Park Municipal. I was asking, should I send it to all? Because everybody else was sending it to everybody, and I sent it directly to them.
Can we verify that you guys have that, Ms. Payton? Ms. Yates?
She's checking 1 second.
Mr. Council, is that Georgia Military College?
That is correct.
Okay. Know some people who went there.
Sir, I don't see that. You got it. Okay.
Ms. Payton, you have it? Okay. All right, Mr. Council, we're gonna go ahead and email you instructions for the court date. Just look out for that email, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, then I have Johalibeth Cruz.
Yes,
And I know I butchered your first name, so forgive me for that. Ms. Cruz, what was your plea?
guilty.
Guilty. Okay. And what is the total fines on those charges, Ms. Payton?
1 second. Total fine amount is $895.
$895. Ms. Cruz, do you have any way of obtaining a valid license?
I'm not 18 yet, sir.
You're not 18?
No, I'm pretty sure I can't get a full license yet.
Okay, did you have a permit?
No, sir.
Okay, so you never went and got your Class D license just to permit you to drive for any time? You've never applied for any type of a license, period. Is that correct?
I failed my permit test once.
Okay. So here's the issue with the guilty plea on that charge. It's going to stop you from being able to get your license for at least 180 days, 6 months. I can reset you. You can go and get your permit, and then I can reevaluate this particular charge so that your license does not get suspended at that point, if that's what you want to do. It's up to you. But if you're eligible to get a license, I'd rather you have one before you enter this plea, because if you enter this plea, you're not going to be able to get a license for quite some time.
Well, could I get the option you said, sir?
All right, so we'll reset you. We're going to email you a new court date. Go and get a permit before that next court date and bring it back to court with you, and then we'll amend this charge to one that will not suspend your license, okay?
Thank you.
And then you'll take care of the fines and everything when you come back.
Okay.
All right, and did you put your email into the chat, Ms. Cruz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Ms. Payton, can we verify that we have that?
Yes, 1 second.
I have it.
Okay. All right, so Ms. Cruz, go ahead. We're going to reset you. Just look out for the reset date in your email. Make sure that when you come back, you have some sort of permit or a Class C driver's license, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I leave the chat, sir?
Yes, you can log off now.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, so then I have Luis Cruz Reyes.
Here, sir.
Mr. Cruz Reyes, what was your plea to the charge?
Guilty.
And what is the total fines for Mr. Cruz Reyes, Ms. Payton?
$435.
Mr. Cruz Reyes, that $435, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I need longer.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat?
Yes, sir.
And Madam Clerk, can we verify that we have that email?
We have it.
All right, so Mr. Cruz Reyes, we're going to email you with the instructions on how to take care of that payment. Just look out for that email in your inbox, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Andy Cuff.
He's paid his fine, solicitor.
Oh, y'all did put it there in bold letters.
It's okay.
You know what, Ms. Page, you, I'll say that for later.
Okay.
Amy De Jesus.
FTA.
FTA. Reginald Drummer.
Paid.
Fine, paid. Okay, I saw it that time. You gotta give me a little time now. Kahi Edwards.
It's Kathy, but she's here with me.
Kathy, how do you spell it?
Kathi.
Okay, because they put an I where your T was supposed to be. All right, Kathy, there we go. All right, so Miss Edwards, you indicated you were pleading what on the following two courts?
Nolo.
All right, and is Miss Edwards available for that Nolo? Eligible, I'm sorry. You said yes?
Yes.
And the fine amount is?
$530.
All right, Miss Edwards, that is $530. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
No, I need a payment plan.
All right. Can you please leave your email address with Miss Green there in the courtroom so that we can email you instructions on how to make the payment over time?
I'll take care of her, our solicitor. She's filling the paperwork out for me. I'm gonna
Thank
give
you, ma'am.
permission and
I
I'm
know
gonna
she's in
email
good
you.
hands with you over there.
Okay.
Okay, so put it on.
I see you waving your hand, Mr. Walter. You're gonna have to wait till we get to you. We haven't called your name yet.
At the bottom. Make sure I can read it.
Okay, so next I have Oscar Estrada.
Do you need Spanish interpreter?
Is Mr. Estrada in?
FTA.
Okay. Then I have Deidre Fambro.
FTA.
Then I have Marco Francisco.
He's here.
Okay.
He dropped from the Zoom, so he came in person.
Okay, Mr. Francisco, does he need an interpreter?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, Mr. Francisco, what is your plea to the charge?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, okay. Mr. Francisco, can you please furnish Ms. Green with your email address so that we can send you your next court date via email?
Yeah, I wrote it down on the email already, on the Zoom call.
Okay, do we have that in the chat?
I don't see it.
Okay, Mr. Francisco, can you go ahead and just write it down on that piece of paper and leave it with Ms. Green before you leave the courtroom?
All right.
I see it now. It's listing a different last name. I have it.
Oh, okay, we got it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right, so then on Mr. Goitom, that was Aaron Goitom, that was Brandon Klein's client. That is going to be a plea in absentia. It's going to be a $450 fine. It will be amended to a 10-2-11. And it's 3 counts, I'm sorry, 3 counts of 10 to 11. Totaling that 450, so 150 each count.
Okay.
And he's gonna do a plea and abstention for that. Okay, so then we have Jose Gomez, which is juvenile court matter, right?
Yes.
Then Emily Gonzalez.
Yes, I pleaded NOLO.
Ms. Gonzalez, I think I see you, but all I see is a forehead.
Oh,
Make sure
I'm
that's what
sorry.
looking at.
Okay, yes,
Okay. Ms. Gonzalez, you said you were pleading NOLO?
yes.
Okay. And is she eligible for that NOLO, Ms. Payton?
She is.
That fine amount is?
135.
Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, are you able to pay that fine within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
It's 135.
Correct.
Okay, I can pay that in 2 weeks.
All right, 2 weeks. We have your email in the chat, correct?
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and log off. We'll send you instructions on how to make that payment within 2 weeks, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Then I have Luis Gonzalez Castro.
FTA.
Okay. What about Norma Gonzalez Avila?
Presente. I'm here.
Yes, okay.
Intérprete, por favor. Sí, aquí estoy.
And Ms. Gonzalez Avila, what was your plea to the charge?
Señora González, ¿cómo se declara usted al cargo?
Culpable por no licencia.
Guilty because I didn't have a license.
Okay. And what is the fine amount for that no license, Ms. Payton?
$760.
60. All right, Ms. Gonzalez Avila, are you able to pay that 760 within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
So la multa es de $760. ¿Usted puede pagarlo en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
Lo pago en un solo pago.
Okay, I will pay in just one payment.
But can she do that within 2 weeks or does she need longer?
¿Lo puede hacer en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
2 semanas.
2 weeks.
And did she put her email into the chat?
¿Usa usted su correo electrónico en la charla?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. She can go ahead and log off or send her instructions in her email on how to make the payment within 2 weeks.
Okay, entonces se puede retirar y le van a mandar un correo electrónico indicándole cómo pagar su multa.
Muy bien, gracias. Dios los bendiga.
Gracias, igual.
All right, then I have Marlon Gutierrez.
Yes.
Ms. Gutierrez? What was your plea to the charge?
Guilty.
Okay, and what is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
135.
Ms. Gutierrez, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I can pay in 2 weeks.
Okay, and did you put your email into the chat?
Yes.
Can we verify we have that email?
It's verified.
Okay, and so Ms. Gutierrez, you can actually log off. We'll send you instructions on how to make that payment within 2 weeks, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Then I have Tyria Harden. Ms. Harden,
FTA.
FTA. Then I have Renee Hedden.
She pled not guilty. I've already got their information.
Okay. Then I have Ollie Henderson.
FTA.
Okay. Emmanuel Holdman.
Yes.
Mr. Holdman, you indicated that you wanted to plead NOLO to your charge. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And Ms. Payton, is this charge as a city ordinance violation or is this the state charge?
That's city.
And what is the fine amount on that?
180.
All right, Mr. Holden, are you able to pay that?
More time.
All right, whoever that is in the background, we need you to mute your microphone so we don't hear that.
That's in his background.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Holdman, if you can walk away from that area, please.
I just muted him.
Okay, my apologies.
That's all right. So you said that you can pay that within 2 weeks or you need longer?
A little more time.
Okay, more than 2 weeks. And did you put your email into the chat, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can we verify we have Mr. Holdman's email?
Yes, I have it.
All right, so Mr. Holdman, we're going to email you with instructions on how to make that payment, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, you can log off. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That's okay.
All right. Then I have Tanyaha, I don't, you know what, I know I'm messing this up. Miss Humphreys, how about that? Is
Yes,
Miss
I'm here.
Humphreys on call? Is that you, Miss Humphreys, in the courtroom?
Yes.
Okay. Pronounce your first name for me.
Say Nadia.
Hey, Naja. See, I never would have got that. Hey, Naja, you indicated you wanted to plead nolo to the suspended license. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And is Miss Humphreys eligible for that nolo?
Yes,
That fine amount is
$760.
$760.
Yes,
All right. So Miss Humphreys, that amount is, the fine is $760. Are you able to pay that today or do you need longer?
I need longer.
Within 2 weeks. You need more than 2 weeks?
Yes.
Can you please provide your email to Ms. Green in the courtroom before you
Yes.
leave? And we'll send you instructions on how to make that payment over time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, then I have Deandra Jenkins.
Yes, I'm here.
Where are you? Oh, there you go. All I see is a dark screen. And you get to a place where there's some light.
Maxwell is next.
I'm
All right,
here.
Jenkins. Okay, so I got you, you pled nolo, correct, to the child restraint?
Yes.
Okay. What is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
$50.
Are you able to pay that $50 within 2 weeks or do you need longer? Ms.
I
Jenkins?
can. In 2 weeks.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat?
I did.
Can we verify that email, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we have it.
All right, Ms. Jenkins, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to send you instructions on how to make that payment over time.
Okay.
Thank you. Then I have Carlos Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, is that you in the courtroom?
I don't see you, bro. My bad.
That's you in the courtroom, right?
Oh, I see you, man. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
A handsome guy, bro.
You appreciate it. You put or you announced that you want to do a not guilty. Is that correct?
A no-lo, sir. Yes, sir.
Nolo?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Changed it.
Yes, sir. I changed it. I was a little confused because I wasn't in the car when that happened. I don't understand.
Okay. So you're doing Nolo. That fine amount is what, Miss Payton?
$430.
The fine is $430. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
No, I'm what I need to pay. What I need to pay for. What I'm
Because you're
paying.
pleading Nolo. Nolo is a plea, entering a plea. Guilty or Nolo is a plea where you are accepting responsibility. Nolo is not an admission of guilt, but it's not a denial either.
You don't do it.
So if you do a not guilty, then you're going to go to trial.
Man, when I got to pay y'all this money?
Well, we can give you up to 2 weeks, but if you need longer, you just let us know that.
Yeah. Can we do around the week of the 24th or whatnot? Because
So what we're going to do is we're going to email you and we're going to send you an email with instructions on how to pay overtime.
yes,
As
sir.
long as you don't go over 30 days, and you're not going to get charged any additional fees.
But if I did go over 30 days, y'all gonna hit me over the head.
A supervision fee, yes, sir.
Okay.
Every 30 days.
That sounds good, boss man. Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you can just leave your email there with Ms. Green in the courtroom,
Yes.
we'll email you with the instructions, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good day, bro.
Hey, you too, bro. Be easy.
You too. More than 2 weeks, okay. And then I have Keith Jones. That was
FTA.
Correct, okay. So then Ajay Kungara was Attorney Scott Miller's matter. That's going to be a plea in absentia amended to a basic rules with an insurance letter and a fine amount of $175.
Okay.
Then I have Houston Lopez as an FTA. Then Alcibiades Lopez Saravia.
He pled the not guilty and court-appointed attorney applicant.
Okay. All right, then Latrice Danielle Mack.
Here.
Hey, Miss Mack, you indicated you wanted to plead NOLO to your charge. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is Miss Mack eligible for the NOLO?
1 second. No, she is not.
Okay, so Miss Mack, it looks like you are not eligible for that NOLO. Your options are either guilty or not guilty at this point.
I'll pick guilty.
Okay. And what is that fine amount, Miss Payton?
135.
135. Miss Mack, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
2 weeks is fine.
All right, do we have your email in the chat, Miss Max?
Yes.
Can we verify that we have that email?
It's verified.
Okay, so Miss Mack, you can go ahead and log off. We'll send you instructions on how to make that payment within 2 weeks, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me,
Who's that speaking?
Monisha Tumbling. I was just wondering, did my name get called yet?
Nope, we have not gotten to you yet, Miss Humbly. All right, so then I have Linnaeus Marcado. That's a FTA, is that correct?
That's correct.
Then Jerry Marcelin or Marceline,
Yes, not guilty, sir.
not guilty. All right. I have you done as a guilty. Okay, not guilty. And Mr. Marceline, did you put your email into the chat, sir?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can we verify we have his email, Madam Clerk?
One moment, please. I have it.
All right, Mr. Marceline, you can actually go ahead and log off. We're going to email you with your new court date. Just look out for that email, okay?
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Then I have Sheena Martinez. Ms. Martinez, is that you in the courtroom?
No.
I have an FTA.
Oh. All right. Then
Well.
Anihi Mata was bond over. Dion Maxwell or Lasia Maxwell.
Mm-hmm. Just me right here in the courtroom.
Oh, did I mispronounce your first name?
No, you said it right.
Oh, all right. Miss Maxwell, you indicated that you want to plead NOLO. Is that correct?
I did, but I don't think I qualified to it.
Well, do you still have a Florida license?
No, I'm trying to get a Georgia license. I just moved here.
Okay. But you don't have a Florida license currently?
No.
Okay. All right. So we'll leave it as a NOLO because it may help with this particular charge and you trying to get a Georgia license.
Okay.
What is that fine amount, Miss Payton?
$760.
So Ms. Maxwell, that fine is $760. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
You can give me 2 weeks.
2 weeks it is. Can you please leave your email address with Ms. Green there in the courtroom and just look for instructions on how to make that payment over time, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Then I have Patrick McDonald, FTA.
Correct.
Marie.
Paid.
Okay, that's paid. Thank you for saving me from pronouncing that last name. Wayne Noble.
Yes, sir.
You indicated you wanted to plead nolo. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Was this an accident, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is he eligible for that nolo, Ms. Payton?
Hold on one second. Yes, he is.
And what is that fine amount?
530.
Okay, Mr. Noble, that fine amount is $530. You are eligible for the nolo to keep the points off of your license. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
Okay.
You said you can pay it within 2 weeks or do you need longer than 2 weeks?
Need longer than 2
I need longer to pay it.
Can you please leave your email with the Ms. Green there in the courtroom so that we can send you instructions on how to make the payment over time?
Yes, sir.
All right, so then I have Jose Eudora Cruz.
He's here also.
Okay, is he gonna need the interpreter services?
¿Necesita intérprete?
Sí.
Yes, he does.
And Mr. Eudora Cruz, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your 2 charges, is that correct?
Señor Oidor Cruz, usted indicó que se quería declarar culpable a los 2 cargos. ¿Eso es correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
And Ms. Payton, what is the fine amount for those 2 charges?
$895.
Y la multa es de $895.
Mr. Eudora Cruz, are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
Señor Oidor Cruz, ¿se puede pagar eso en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
En 2 semanas.
I can pay in 2 weeks.
All right, and could you please instruct him to leave his email with Ms. Green in the courtroom? That way we can make sure we send him the information on how to make the payment.
Okay, y asegúrese de que usted deje su correo electrónico con la señora Green para que así le puedan comunicarle cómo pagar, hacer los pagos.
Ok, está bien.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you. Then I
Yes.
have Rohelia Okies
FTA.
and Elizabeth Ortiz.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ortiz, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your 2 charges. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ortiz, do you have a way of getting a license?
No, sir.
All right, and Ms. Payton, what is the fine amount for both of those charges?
$895.
Ms. Ortiz, are you able to pay that fine with $895 within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
Longer, please.
And did you put your email into the chat?
Yes, sir.
Have we verified that email address, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we have.
All right, so Ms. Ortiz, you can actually log off. Just look out for that email on how to make the payment over time, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And then Jose Paisano Pina was the FTA,
Correct.
and I did not record a announcement for Maria Perdomo Villanueva.
She's here with me and she originally pled guilty. And she
Okay.
needs Spanish interpretive services.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So, Ms. Perdomo Villanueva, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your 3 charges. Is that correct?
Ok, señora Perdomo Villanueva, usted indicó que se quería declarar culpable a los 3 cargos. ¿Eso es correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
The charge of driving under the influence is a pretty serious one. Do you want to see if we can appoint you an attorney to represent you on that case, or do you want to continue on with the guilty plea?
El cargo que de manejar bajo los efectos de alcohol es un cargo bastante serio. ¿Usted quiere que le nombremos un abogado que le ayude o usted quiere continuar con declarándose culpable?
Pues quisiera buscar como un abogado para que me ayude.
I would like to get an attorney that can help me, so he could help me.
Okay, we're going to put you down for not guilty right now. We're going to give you an application to fill out to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Please don't leave the courtroom until you get that application, okay?
Ok, le voy a poner ahora, voy a poner una que se está declarando no culpable y le vamos a dar una aplicación, una solicitud para que usted la llene, a ver si cualifica para un abogado de oficio. No se vaya del tribunal hasta que le demos el formulario para que lo llene.
Está bien, muchas gracias.
Ok, thank you.
You're welcome. Then I have Walter Pinto Arden.
Sí,
Mr. Arden, do you need the assistance of an interpreter?
yes, ma'am.
¿Necesita una intérprete?
Sí.
And what was your plea to the charge?
¿Y cómo se declaró usted a los cargos?
So, me declaré culpable.
I pleaded guilty.
So, yo tengo un permiso de trabajo que al cual está vencido, pero o sea, cuando lo renové, mi abogado me dio la hoja para poder extender mi licencia. Apenas hace tres días lo agarré eso.
So el permiso era de manejar. So I had
Sí,
a permit, a work.
Es un permiso de trabajo, el cual con eso pues yo puedo sacar mi licencia y todo. Entonces.
Pero el permiso es de trabajar, no de manejar.
Sí, de los dos.
Los dos, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a permit. It's a work permit that I can drive with it, but it have expired. And my attorney have given me all the paperwork to renew it, but he only gave me the paperwork 3 days ago.
Okay. So you received this ticket back in September of this year.
So la multa se la dieron a usted en septiembre de este año.
Sí.
Yes.
Can you get a license before the next court date?
¿Puede usted conseguir una licencia de manejar antes de la próxima fecha que tenga que venir al tribunal?
Eso es lo que tengo planeado. Eso es lo que quiero.
That's what I want to do. That's what I was planning to do.
All right, so we're going to reset you for another court date. Make sure that you come back with a valid license to drive on Georgia roads when you come back, and then we'll amend this ticket so that it does not suspend your license further.
Ok, so entonces lo que vamos a hacer es vamos a reiniciar este caso. Le voy a dar una fecha nueva para que cuando regrese, que venga y nos presente una licencia de conducir de Georgia para que pueda manejar en la carretera de Georgia. Entonces así le arreglaremos, le cambiaremos el cargo para que no pierda la oportunidad de conseguir su licencia.
Gracias.
Thank you.
No worries. Can you make sure that you put your email into the chat so that we can send you the new court date?
¿Esté seguro de que ha puesto su correo electrónico en la charla? Para que
I have it.
ya lo puse.
Okay.
I have his email address.
Sí,
Okay.
lo tienen.
All right, so he can go ahead and log off. Just look out for that new court date in your email.
Con si usted se puede retirar, so esté pendiente a ese correo electrónico con la fecha nueva.
Gracias.
Ok, gracias a usted. Thank you.
All right, so then I have Carlos Poole.
Pero.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Poole, you indicated that you want to plead nolo to your charge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is Mr. Poole eligible for that nolo?
He is.
And what is that fine amount?
135.
Mr. Poole, that fine is 135. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
Yes, I can pay within 2 weeks.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we verify that we have that email, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we have it.
All right, so Mr. Poole, you can go ahead and log off. Just look out for that email giving you the instructions on how to make that payment, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We have Joseph Portia.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, Mr. Portia, I see you, but I don't have your camera is not turned on.
I had to turn his camera off. He was making hand gestures.
Oh, all right, Mr.
Oh, I
Portia.
apologize. I apologize. I'm new with all this technology. I just paid $200
He knew what he
a
was
couple
doing.
of weeks ago.
You paid $200 to whom?
Your court, Your Honor.
For these tickets?
Yes,
No,
sir.
he paid $200 because he failed to appear. That was last
Oh,
week.
okay. So the $200 was for you to get back on the calendar
Yes, sir.
on a failure to appear. All right, so we're dealing with the 2 charges now. What is the total fine on those charges, Miss Payton?
For both charges, it's going to be $1,002.
All right, $1,002.
Why am I charging so much?
Oh, so you have, one of the charges is a theft by taking charge, which, what is the amount of that charge?
1 second, I'll tell you in 1 second.
Cause I don't know, this shit sounds kind of personal. I mean, I apologize about getting my camera turned off. Is that a charge?
Sir, this is our
No, you're not being charged for any of that.
fines of City of Forest Park.
What was the fine amount?
The fine amount for the theft by taking, that one is $572. And then the loitering charge is $430.
$430. All right, so that was
Indeed.
$572 and $430, which is what the total is, $1,002. And Mr. Porsche, what I am willing to do on the theft by taking is amend that to a city disorderly charge so that does not go on your permanent record. That fine will remain the same, but you will not have to worry about that being on your permanent record. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to see. Wasn't it a public intoxication charge too?
No, you have two charges, loitering and theft by taking.
Well, I guess I hit the quota for the day. I guess I got the most, huh?
No, you ain't got the most in fines. You are off probably about another $1,000. But
yeah, I'm homeless right now. I'm in a program right now, and I pay like $225 a week. I'm not gonna be able to pay that. So I mean, I guess what we gonna do?
If you're not able to pay financially, you can convert that to community service.
Yeah, let's do the community service, because I can do the time too now. Check my record. You see my record.
Yep, I'm trying to keep you out though. I'm trying to keep you productive.
I appreciate it. My son just turned 17 and I want to make the graduation.
All right, no worries. So what we're gonna do is, do you have an email address, Mr. Porsche?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert the fines to community service for you. We're gonna email you information on how to contact probation to get the conversion and where you can do the community service at, okay? Just look out for that email, respond to it, follow those instructions, and you should be good.
I appreciate everything, Your Honor.
No worries. You have a good day, sir.
You have a blessed
one. All right. All right, so then I have Mr. Armand Randall. Mr.
I'm here.
Randall?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you, Mr. Randall. You indicated you wanted to plead NOLO to your charges. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is Mr. Randall eligible for those NOLOs, Madam Clerk?
I'm sorry. Yes, he is.
Okay. What is the total fine on those?
$895.
Mr. Randall, that total is $895. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I just started back working. Just need more time.
Okay. So did you put your email into the chat, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can we verify that email address? 2 weeks.
Sir, I don't see it. Could you tell me what that email address is?
It's Armand, ARMAND. Randall, RANDALL. 32@gmail.com. It's my name, 32@gmail.com.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to email you with the instructions on how to make that payment over time, Mr. Randall. You can go ahead and log off. Just look out for that email, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, have a good day, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
And then I have Nisar Rasul.
Sorry, give me 1 moment to turn my camera on.
Yeah.
Mr. Rasul is trying to figure out how to turn her camera on. Let's move on until she's able to do that. Well, it looks like he did it. Okay. Your camera just came on, Ms. Rasul, but then you turn it back off. There you go. Ms. Rasul, are you in the bed? Because you know you can't be in court in the bed, right? So I need you to position yourself in a manner that does not show you sleeping or doing something that you cannot do in court. And then we'll come back to you. All right, I have Wally Ravenel.
Here I am, sir.
Mr. Ravenel, how are you doing, sir?
I'm just great. So,
Good. You indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your charge. Is that correct?
that's correct.
And is this a city ordinance, Ms. Payton?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and that fine amount?
$430.
Mr. Ravenel, that total is $430. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
A little longer, just a little longer.
Okay. More than 2 weeks. Could you please provide your email address to Ms. Green before you leave that courtroom, and we're going to send you instructions on how to make that payment, okay?
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All right, then I have, okay, so on Timmy Reed, that was Mr. Stephenson. We are doing a plea in absentia. That's going to be amended to 10-11, both charges. They're going to be $150 fine for each one of them, totaling $100.
Okay.
If we could, can we reset this for a December court date?
For Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want an 8 a.m. or 1 p.m.?
1 p.m. will be fine.
Okay.
Then I have Tiana Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Miss Reddy, you came down to the court. Okay, there you go. You came down to the courthouse. All right, so you indicated you wanted to plead nolo.
Yes, sir.
Was this an accident?
Yes.
All right. And is she eligible for that nolo?
She is not.
Okay, Miss Reddy, that nolo, you're not eligible for it. Apparently, you must have used a nolo within the last 5 years. For
No,
some-
I haven't even been in no trouble to plead no low.
Well, you don't have to be in trouble. This is a traffic offense. Did you do it with another traffic offense that you got
No.
within the last 5 years?
No, I haven't.
Miss Payton, what do you see on the record?
I have that she pled in Atlanta Municipal Court for driving without a valid license, and then also for failure to maintain insurance, and that was in 2018.
That was dismissed though. I have license.
She said that charge was dismissed.
Yeah, and I have license.
Okay, so here's the thing though. Does she have, Ms. Payton, can you look on there and see if she used a nolo for any other moving violation? Because she gets one for the insurance and the license, suspended license or valid license charge. And that's outside of a regular moving violation for the points.
Okay, well, no, just the driving.
Okay, and okay, so you can use the nolo for this because this charge is considered a moving violation, although the other two charges that I know you're disputing whether you did the nolo for, those other charges are suspendable offenses, and you get to use a nolo for a suspendable offense one time every 5 years. You get to use a nolo for a moving violation like this charge one time every 5 years. And your record does not indicate that you used it for the moving violation. So you are eligible for the nolo, okay?
Okay, okay.
And Ms. Payton, after all that talking, I forgot what you told me the fine was.
530.
All right.
530.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Reedy, that fine is $530. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I want to be able to say I can pay it on which is Friday in full. I want to say Friday, this Friday. I want to say, but you can give me 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. 2 weeks will do. Can you go ahead and leave your email with Ms. Green there in the courtroom? And
So-
then you're free to go after you do that, okay?
Okay, so do I have to pay it in cash or a debit card or?
Up to you.
Yes, it's up to you.
Okay, okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. I don't know why everybody keep calling me the judge, though. Cornelius Reeves is FTA, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then I have Freddie Render Senior, FTA.
No, he actually came in to the courtroom.
Okay,
So he's here. 1 second.
so Render, All right, Mr. Render, what was your plea to the charge, sir?
Yes, what's your plea? He's pleading not guilty.
Not guilty, okay. Mr. Render, can you leave your email address with Miss Green there in the courtroom? We're gonna email you your new. Sir?
19. Oh,
We're gonna ask you to write it down, sir. If you could write it down for us. We're gonna email you your new court date, which will be your trial date, okay?
okay.
All right, so then I have Michael Robinson.
You're good to go.
I'm ready, sir. Last name Rasul.
Wait, your last name is what? Oh, Miss Rasul, okay. I said Robinson. I thought you were answering for Miss Robinson. Hold on 1 second for me, Miss Rasul.
Okay.
Do we have, is,
Yes, I'm here.
okay, Mr. Robinson. You indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to the stop sign violation, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and what is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
135.
Mr. Robinson, that fine is 135. Are you able to pay that today? I'm sorry, within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
I can pay it in 2 weeks.
2 weeks it is, sir. Did you put your email into the chat?
I did.
Okay. And can we verify that email address?
It's verified.
All right, so Mr. Robinson, we're going to email you with instructions on how to make that payment, okay? So you can go ahead and log off.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And I think it's the bow tie that's why people are calling you judge.
Yeah, because he wears one. Yeah,
You sharp today.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, so then I have Shakir Robinson.
I have an FTA for that person.
Okay, what about Robert Rowland?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowland, is that you in the courtroom? Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
What is your plea to the charge, sir?
Guilty, sir.
All right, Mr. Robinson, are you able to get a license?
Sir, I gotta get up. I gotta pay out another $600. I'm getting close.
Okay, so here's the thing. When you plead guilty to this charge, if you're already driving on a suspended license, this extends the suspension time. Is there any way that you can, before the next court date, go ahead and get your license reinstated? We hold off on this, we reset you, you come back with a valid license. That way we can do something that does not suspend your license longer.
I should appreciate that, sir. But the way I'm looking at it, it's gonna be at least another 3 weeks
Before you can pay it?
before I get my valid driver license back.
Yeah, so we can set you probably,
3 weeks or
month
30
out.
days, something like that.
yeah, we can probably, so if I put you in the end of November or beginning of December, you think you'll have your license back by then?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so you want us to reset you?
I should appreciate it, sir.
All right, so we're gonna reset you. We're gonna send you a new court date. Can you leave your email address with Ms. Green there? And if you bring back a valid Georgia license, or actually a license from any state, we'll amend this charge to something that will not suspend your license
Thank you, sir.
any further. And then we'll take care of the fine at that point, okay?
Sir, yes, sir.
And go ahead and just make sure you leave your email address with Ms. Green. All right, so then I have Jonathan Rouge.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Rouge, you indicated you wanted to plead nolo to your charge, correct?
Yes, sir.
Was this an accident, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, and Ms. Payton, is he eligible for that nolo? Okay, and what is that fine amount? You're on mute.
$530, and he is eligible.
30, okay. And so, Mr. Rouge, that is $530 fine. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need longer?
Longer, please.
All right. And did you put your email into the chat, sir?
Yes, it's my first and last name together at yahoo.com.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Rouge, you can go ahead and log off. We're going to email you instructions on how to make that payment over time, okay?
All right, thank you. You have a good week.
You too, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. So then I have Vanessa Segarra. Vanessa Sagara, was that an FTA?
I believe.
No, she
She
was
was
here, she
pleading.
pled not guilty, and I got her information and I released her.
Okay. All right. So then I have Presenciano Salvador.
He's here.
Mr. Salvador, is that you in the courtroom?
Yes, and he's gonna
Yes,
need
interpreter.
assistance.
Okay. So, Mr. Salvador, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your charges. Is that correct?
Señor Salvador, usted indicó que se quiere declarar culpable a sus cargos. ¿Eso es correcto?
¿Es correcto?
Yes.
All right. That charge of driving under the influence is a pretty serious charge. Are you sure that you wouldn't want the court to consider getting you an attorney to help you with that charge instead of pleading guilty to it right now?
No, el cargo que usted tiene de manejar bajo los efectos de alcohol es un cargo bastante serio. ¿Está usted seguro que no quiere que el tribunal lo ayude a conseguir un abogado que lo ayude con este cargo en vez de declararse culpable?
¿Qué pasaría si lo dejo así como culpable?
What will happen if I just decided to go ahead and plead guilty?
So what he'll end up having is 12 months of probation. He'll have to do drug and alcohol screenings. His license would be suspended. I see that he got charged with driving without a license, but it would be suspended for he would not be able to obtain one for another 6 months on top of the fact that he doesn't have one. He'll have 40 hours community service. So there's going to be a whole lot with it, including the 12 months of probation.
Ok, so sería bastante que le darían, tendría 12 meses de libertad vigilada. Tiene que tomar unas pruebas de alcohol y se le suspendería la licencia, pero ya que no tiene una, no podría conseguir una en 6 meses, también tendría 40 horas de servicio comunitario.
Sí, pues mejor me declaro culpable.
¿Se va a declarar culpable? ¿No quiere el abogado?
No.
Se va a declarar culpable.
Sí.
¿Está seguro? I'm just going to go ahead and plead guilty.
Okay, let me just write down real quick so that you can explain to him all the things that he's going to have to do, okay?
Okay, so va a decirle exactamente todas las cosas que va a tener que hacer.
What is the total fine for these charges, Ms. Payton?
You want me to break them down or you just want all of them?
Just all together?
Okay, it's gonna be $2,785.
So, la multa ahora mismo es $2,785, más tendría que hacer todo lo que el abogado le va a indicar.
Okay, so what he's gonna have to do, he's gonna end up with 12 months of probation, and I just go ahead and mark, I guess you're writing them down, so you can do it all at one time, we don't have to stop. Do you wanna do it that way?
Whichever way you like to do it. Yeah.
So 12 months of probation, 40
Okay,
hours,
okay, I'll write it down.
40 hours of community service. He'll have to do a MAD impact panel class, and that's Mothers Against Drunk Driving. He will have to undergo a drug and alcohol evaluation and attend treatment if recommended. He'll have random screenings from probation. Of course, he'll have to report to probation according to their schedule.
Okay.
He will have a license suspension or the extension of suspension. And he'll have to pay that $2,785 over the 12-month period, including supervision fees that will be assessed by probation.
Okay, so se le darán 12 meses de libertad vigilada. Tendría que hacer 40 horas de servicio comunitario, hacer una evaluación de alcohol y drogas. Se le suspenderá la licencia, pero ya no tiene una. Tiene que ir a unas clases que en un panel de MAD, MADD, que son las madres en contra de personas que manejan tomando. Le pueden hacer, le van a hacer screening al azar, si tiene droga o algo. Tiene que pagar la multa de $2,000, $785, más una tasa extra de la supervisión, y eso sería mensual. Y también tiene que tomar cualquier tratamiento que le recomienden para droga y alcohol.
Pero ahorita que me dice que debo de pagar 2,780.
85.
Ajá,
Le
creo,
dan 12 meses para pagarlo.
creo que cuando me arrestaron, estuve en la cárcel dos días y una noche, entonces fue la cantidad que pagamos.
Okay, so you are giving me a fine of $2,785, but when I was arrested, I was in jail for 2 days and 1 night, and that's the amount I paid.
Was that a cash bond?
¿Fue una fianza en efectivo?
Sí.
Yes.
That amount of money would be returned back to him upon entering this plea and getting the conviction. He can then turn around and use that money to pay the fine if he wants to.
Okay, este dinero se le devolverá a usted después que usted entre su declaración de culpable y le den su condena. Y si usted quiere, después puede tomar ese dinero y usarlo para pagar su fianza o su multa.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask him one more time on the record. Does he want to enter a guilty plea to this DUI? Also, will you let him know that based on this DUI, it could have an adverse effect on any immigration paperwork that he puts in the future?
Okay, una vez más le voy a preguntar si está seguro de que se quiere declarar culpable a este cargo, y tengo que informarle que basado en este cargo que usted tiene de manejar bajo el efecto de alcohol, esto le podría afectar cualquier cosa que tenga que ver con inmigración en el futuro.
¿Y qué pasaría si deseo un abogado?
And what will happen if I get an attorney?
Well, the attorney may find a way to keep this off of his record. I can't say that for sure, but, and I cannot give him advice. I just strongly suggest that he at least let somebody look at this case that's professionally trained.
Okay, no puedo decirlo porque no le puedo dar consejo, pero el abogado podría encontrar alguna forma de que usted salga de esto. Él le recomienda que sí, que busque un abogado, alguien que esté entrenado en esto.
Pero el abogado lo tengo que buscar yo, o ustedes me ayudarían.
Okay, do I have to find my own attorney or will you guys help me?
No, so we would give him an application for him to apply for a court-appointed attorney. And as long as he meets the financial requirements, then we will appoint one for him.
No, lo que le haremos es le daremos una solicitud para que aplique para un abogado del tribunal. Y si usted cualifica, entonces ellos lo ayudan. Sería un abogado gratis.
Pues no voy a poder ver si me encuentro. Pues. Está checando. No, lo que pasa que todo lo que me dijo, pues casi no entendí muy bien.
Todo lo que le dije.
Ajá.
Okay, so
Sí.
he's saying that what happened is that all the stuff I told him, he don't really understand them. Do you want me to go over them again with him?
Even more reason for him to have an attorney to explain this to him.
Okay, esa es una razón, otra razón poderosa para que usted contrate un abogado, para que le explique todo. O no contrate, sino que aplique, y si cualifica, se lo dan por gratis.
And let him know he can still, after he talks to an attorney, he can still come back and plead guilty if that's what he wants to do. I just want him to be completely informed of the ramifications before he just does this.
Ok, aquí después que usted hable con un abogado, si todavía decide declararse culpable, puede venir y declararse culpable. Solamente queremos que esté seguro e informado de la ramificación que esto tendría en usted.
Pues mejor me declaro culpable.
¿Se va a declarar culpable?
Sí.
¿Seguro?
Sí.
Yeah, I'm just going to plead guilty.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, so let's make sure that we have his email. If he can provide that for Ms. Green before he leaves, she's gonna email him with instructions on how to get with probation so he can get all this stuff done.
Ok, so antes de retirarse, ¿esté seguro que le entregue a la señora Green su correo electrónico? Porque ahí va a recibir un correo electrónico donde le va a indicar todo lo que tiene que hacer para contactar a las personas de libertad vigilada.
Lo que pasa es que yo no tengo ningún correo electrónico.
¿No tiene? I do not have an email address.
So we're gonna get a current address for him and a good phone number.
Ok, so entonces le vamos a pedir una dirección de correo donde llegue sus cartas y un buen teléfono para comunicarnos con usted. Se lo da la señora Green.
Lo que pasa ahí donde estamos viviendo ahora, apenas llegamos y no me sé la dirección.
Well, where I'm living right now, we just moved there and I don't know the address.
Okay. We're gonna need for him to provide us with an address before he's allowed to leave that courtroom though. So he can
Okay.
update us as to the address that he has later on, but we need an address for somebody where we can reach someone to get in touch with him via mail and a phone number that we can contact him directly to.
Ok, pues tiene que darnos alguna dirección antes de que se vaya del tribunal. Si no sabe la de usted, tiene la dirección de alguien que pueda darnos una dirección donde podemos mandar las cartas ahí. Y también necesitamos un buen teléfono donde comunicarnos con usted.
¿O le podría dejar mi número de teléfono?
Can I just give you my phone number?
We're gonna need an address also.
También vamos a necesitar una dirección.
Ok, yo ahorita a ver, checo si me pueden pasar una dirección donde después me puedan decir.
Okay, I'm just going to find out. I'm going to talk to someone so they can give me an address so I can give it to them.
Okay. And if he can't, just call whoever, if there's somebody where he lives, if he's living with somebody, call them and see if they know the address out there.
¿Y usted puede llamar a alguna persona que vive con usted para que le diga la dirección?
Sí, ahorita voy a hacer eso.
Okay, pues no se vaya del tribunal hasta que no lo entregue.
Ok.
Okay, I'm just going to call someone to get the address.
So Ms. Green, let him step out so he can call somebody to get the address. And then as long as he writes down a good address and a phone number for him, he can go.
Okay. Entonces va a dejar que salga a que ya haga la llamada y después que le entregue una buena dirección o un teléfono y un teléfono se puede retirar.
Ok.
Okay.
Gracias.
Okay. Buena suerte.
So then I have Marcelo Salvador Castro.
He's here as well.
Mr. Castro, what was your plea to the charge? I guess he's gonna need an interpreter.
Yes.
Señor Salvador Castro, ¿cómo se va a declarar usted a su cargo?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And what is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
180.
180 is a total fine. Is he able to pay that within 2 weeks or does he need longer?
La multa es de $180. ¿Usted puede pagarlo en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
¿Se puede pagar antes de una semana?
Can I pay it before a week?
Yeah, he can pay it. We're gonna give him up to 2 weeks though, if he needs that.
Sí, puede pagarlo cuando quiera, solamente que le ofrecen 2 semanas por si lo necesita.
Ok, está bien. Que sea 2 semanas, pero voy a pagarlo antes.
Yeah, 2 weeks is okay, but I'm going to pay it before then.
Okay. Can you make sure that he leaves his email address with Ms. Green before he leaves that courtroom? That way we can make sure we send him the instructions on how to make the payment.
Ok, esté seguro de antes de retirarse que le entregue un correo electrónico a la señora Green, porque ahí es que vas a recibir un correo electrónico indicándole cómo pagar. A su correo electrónico. ¿Lo tiene?
No tengo.
¿No tiene?
No tengo.
I don't have an email.
Well, we need a good address for him and a phone number then.
Ok, necesitamos una dirección entonces de su casa donde recibe sus cartas y un teléfono.
Y para pagar se puede venir a pagar. aquí.
And to pay it, do I come here to pay it?
Yes, he can come there to pay it, but we still need a way of contacting him.
Sí, usted puede venir aquí a pagarlo, pero todavía necesitamos una forma de contactarlo.
Ok, está bien.
So,
So
¿tiene
he-
una dirección?
Sí.
De la de la
Ahorita-
señora Green. Ok, mira ella.
All right, then I have Tia Skipper. Ms. Skipper, you're on mute. Can you take yourself off mute?
Okay, I'm here.
All right, Ms. Skipper, I have that you indicated you wanted to plead guilty to your charge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what is that fine amount on that charge, Ms. Payton?
The amount for that is $754.
$754. All right, so Ms. Skipper, you will have to pay a fine of $754. You will be on probation for 12 months. That can terminate in 6 months if you complete all the requirements under the probated sentence. You will also have to complete 40 hours of community service. And there is a shoplifting course that you will have to take. You can do that online.
Okay.
You will have to speak to probation because that's all this information you will have to provide to them and turn all these things into them once completed. Did you put your email into the chat?
No, I haven't. Thank you.
Okay. Can you give us what is your email address?
It's my first initial T.
Mhm.
Part of my last name, SKIP, as in Paul. Math, MATH, like the subject.
Mhm.
101 at Yahoo.
I have it.
Okay. All right, Ms. Skipper, you can go ahead and log off. Just look out for that email giving you the instructions on what you should do next. Remember, that's a 12-month sentence that will terminate in 6 months as long as you pay the $754, complete 40 hours community service and take the
All
shop
right.
class online, okay? You can go ahead and log off. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. All right, then I have Alexis Smedley.
She was not guilty in here with me, so I got the information and released her.
All right, Ashley Smith paid that fine. Kenyatta Smith.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Smith, what was your plea to the charge?
Oh, no.
No, okay. And Ms. Payton, is she eligible for that NOLO?
Yes, she is.
Was this an accident, Ms. Smith?
Something like that.
That fine is $530. Is that correct, Ms. Payton?
Yes, it is.
Are you able to pay that fine within 2 weeks or do you need some time?
I'm gonna probably need some time.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat?
I did.
Can we verify that email address, Madam Clerk?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, so Ms. Smith, you can go ahead and log off. We're gonna send you instructions on how to make that payment over time. Just follow those instructions, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, so then Sherry Smith is Attorney Stinson's matter. I'm assuming there was a reset request because he was not on today.
No, that's because she had another charge and that one was Attorney Stinson, so we were gonna put it together, but
So he's not representing her on this? Okay. Is Ms. Smith on?
yes, she's right there. Yes.
All right, I see a Taylor Smith. Is that her?
No, it's Sherry Smith.
Oh, there you go. You're in the corner. Okay, I see. All right, so Ms. Smith, you have Attorney Stinson representing you on another matter, is that correct?
I haven't heard from him, but I'm assuming I do.
Was he just assigned to one of her cases?
Yes, it was.
So let's do this, and I mean, it's completely up to you, Ms. Smith, but do you want us to send this case to Attorney Stinson also to represent you on this?
I'd probably just go ahead and get it taken care of.
Okay. All right, so what is your plea to the charge?
Guilty.
And what is that fine amount? Ms.
Four
Page?
thirty.
470?
No, 430.
430. All right, so Ms. Smith, total fine is $430. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks, or do you need some time?
I'll probably need time.
Okay. And did you put your email into the chat?
Yes, sir, I did.
Can we verify that email?
SSMITH
I have it.
7079.
I have it.
All right. Okay, so Ms. Smith, you can go ahead and log off. Just look out for that email giving you instructions on how to make that payment over time, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, then I have Taylor Smith.
How you doing?
Good. Ms. Smith, you indicated that well, what did you say you were going to plead to the charge?
Nolo. With that, I no longer have the car. They did it because the car didn't have a tag on it. I was in the process of getting it fixed up, and I have, all the paperwork for that as well. And when I got pulled over to get the citation, I also showed him the failed emissions test as well.
So, couple things there. Let me just let you know, not having the vehicle anymore does not have, because the tickets, the charge goes as of the date of the ticket.
Correct.
Secondly, the trying to get the emissions does not give you a legal excuse to drive the car without a valid tag. I know it doesn't make sense, but here's what the law requires. If the car is on a Georgia road, it has to have full insurance or insurance coverage and a valid tag. If you have to get an emissions, that has to be done prior to the previous tag expiring, or the vehicle has to be towed to the emissions place. If it passes emissions, it still has to have a tag on it before you can go and drive on the roadways. So you would then have to travel to the tag office with the emissions, get the tag, and then take it and put it on the car before you could drive it.
I had purchased the car from a personal seller. So when I bought the car, they didn't have the title or anything for the car. Okay. So in the mix of me waiting to get all of that information, which is why the car was on the road, honestly, it was my only way to and from work.
So Ms. Smith, let me ask you this. You purchased it from an individual. Did you get a bill of sale from that individual when you bought the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right. And was that bill of sale within 7 days of I'm sorry, did the ticket that you received, was that in 7 days of the purchase of that vehicle?
No, sir.
Okay. So the law does make accommodations for purchasing a vehicle from one person to the other, but it only gives you 7 days to register that vehicle, 7 to 10 days to register that vehicle. And if you haven't done it after that time frame and you're still driving on the road, you're subject to these types of tickets. So you can plead not guilty and present whatever documentation you have to the court, and the court will consider it. I don't necessarily know that it's not going to help or that it will help. I can't tell you that. It's just, it depends on what you want to do. If you plead NOLO, of course, this is a moving violation that comes with points. The NOLO will save the points if you're eligible. And Ms. Payton, is she eligible for the NOLO?
She is.
Okay. What is that fine?
135.
All right, so it's up to you as to what you want to do in reference to that. The fine is 135. You are eligible for the NOLO to avoid the points. Do you want to continue with the NOLO?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you able to pay that 135 within 2 weeks, or do you need more time?
I'm gonna need more time.
All right. And did you put your email into the chat?
Yes, sir.
And we verified that email address, Madam Clerk?
Have 1 second.
I have it.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Smith, you can log off. We're going to email you with the instructions on how to make the payment. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Then I have Idris Sulamu Bey, which was an FTA. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then Alfredo Torrero. Mr. Torrero, is that you in the courtroom? I guess
Yes.
he need help.
¿Necesito una intérprete?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Torero, you pled guilty to the charge of possession of an open alcohol container. Is that correct?
Señor Terrero, usted se declaró culpable al cargo de tener un envase de alcohol abierto. ¿Eso es correcto? Yes.
And what is that fine amount, Ms. Payton?
180.
The fine is $180. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
La multa es de $180. ¿Puede pagarlo usted en 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
Sí, está bien.
¿Lo puede pagar en 2 semanas?
Más antes. ¿no?
Yeah, I can't even pay it before that, the 2 weeks.
Okay. And does he have an email address that we can contact him?
¿Tiene usted un correo electrónico?
No tengo.
¿No tiene?
No.
No, I don't. I don't have one.
So we're gonna need for him to leave a good phone number and a good current address with the clerk before he leaves the courtroom so that we can contact him about the payments.
Ok, entonces necesitamos una dirección, una buena dirección o un buen teléfono para contactarlo. Le
Sí.
deja la información a la secretaria
Sí,
para contactarlo para los pagos.
Sí, está
Okay?
Sí.
Yes, okay.
All right. Then I have Alberto Tiscareno Coronado, but is that not guilty? Was he in the courtroom with you, Ms. Green?
Yes, he was, and he's received paperwork and also gave him a court-appointed attorney application.
Wow. You know what, Ms. Green? If you keep that, I'm not even gonna have to show up no more.
We still need you.
All right, so then I have Manuel Torres.
Manuel is here also. There he is.
Manuel Torres, ¿necesito un intérprete?
Sí.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Torres, you indicated you want to plead guilty to your 2 charges. Is that correct?
Señor Torres, usted indicó que se quiere declarar culpable a los 2 cargos. ¿Eso es correcto?
Sí, correcto.
Yeah, correct.
And Mr. Torres, is there any way that you can obtain a valid driver's license?
Señor Torres, ¿alguna forma de que usted pueda conseguir una licencia de manejar válida?
De aquí de Georgia no creo.
¿Ah?
De aquí de Georgia no.
No, from Georgia, no, I don't think so.
A valid license from any state.
Una licencia válida de cualquier estado.
Oh, sí, de ese sí tengo una manera.
¿El qué dice?
Sí, así sí.
Oh, yeah, that way, yes, I could.
Okay. If I reset him, will he be able to come back with a valid license?
Si le reiniciamos el caso a otra fecha, ¿usted podría venir con una licencia de conducir válida?
No, prefiero mejor pagar mi tickets.
Okay, no, I prefer to just go ahead and pay the fine.
Okay. What is the total fine, Ms. Payton?
$925.
All right. Mr. Torres, that total fine is $925. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
Señor Torres, la multa es de $925. ¿Puede pagarlo dentro de 2 semanas o necesita más tiempo?
¿Lo puedo pagar ahora o no?
¿Ah?
¿Lo puedo pagar ahorita? ¿O ya?
Can I pay it right now?
I believe he can. Ms. Green may be able to take that payment. He's gonna have to hang around for a little while. Is that right, Ms. Green? Did she leave the courtroom?
It'll probably be best if he comes tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. Yeah, so
Okay,
if he wants to come tomorrow, he can pay it. We'll have to give him 2 weeks though.
Okay. So, te van a dar 2 semanas para pagarlo y si viene mañana, puede pagarlo mañana.
Está bien.
Yeah, does he have an email?
Okay. ¿Tiene usted un correo electrónico?
No.
No.
So we need him to leave a good phone number and a good address.
So necesitamos que usted le entregue a la secretaria una buena dirección y un buen teléfono
Ahí está.
donde contactarlo.
Okay.
Okay?
Sí.
Okay.
All right. Then Kanisha Tumbling, that was a guilty. Ms. Tumbling?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you indicated that you wanted to plead guilty to your charge. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what is that fine amount, Miss Payton?
$135.
That fine is $135. Are you able to pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
I'll be able to pay it within 2 weeks.
Okay. Did you put your email into the chat?
Yes.
All right, can we verify we have that?
Could you tell me your email address? I don't see it.
It's Cornisha Tumbling 18 @gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Tumbling, you can actually log off and look out for that email giving you instructions on how to make the payment. As long as you follow
Okay.
the instructions, everything should be good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too now.
And I have Cranshana Turner as an FTA. Then Yesenia Valverde Perez, that was a guilty.
She's here.
Perez. She needs an interpreter.
Yes.
Yes.
And Ms. Perez, did you indicate that you were pleading guilty to the driving without a valid license and failure to obey a traffic control device?
Señora Valdez, usted indicó que se quiere declarar culpable al cargo de manejar sin licencia de conducir y de quebrantar un dispositivo de tránsito.
Sí.
Yes.
Are you able to obtain a valid license from any state?
¿Usted puede conseguir una licencia válida de cualquier estado?
Sí, pero no sé cuánto tardaría.
Yes.
Ahorita traigo una, pero no es de aquí del estado.
Yes, I could, but I don't know how long it will take. I actually have one, but it's not from the state.
What state is it from?
¿De qué estado es?
No,
Like
no es del estado, es una que traigo de México.
Oh, it's from Mexico. It's
Okay.
from Mexico.
So I know she said she didn't know how long it was going to take. If we reset her for 30 days, does she think she can obtain one from another state?
Si reiniciamos su caso para 30 días, ¿podría usted conseguir una licencia de otro estado?
Yo pienso que sería muy rápido, no creo. Podría pagar ahorita el ticket.
I think it will be too fast. I don't think I could get it. Can I just go ahead and pay the fine?
Absolutely. What is the total fine, Ms. Payton?
$8.95.
Okay. So Ms. Perez, that total fine is $895. Can you pay that within 2 weeks or do you need longer?
Okay, entonces la multa es de $895 y le daremos 2 semanas para pagarlo. ¿2 semanas es suficiente o necesita más tiempo?
No, está bien, podría pagar ahorita.
No, 2 weeks is fine. Could I pay it right now?
She'd have to come back and pay it tomorrow, but we'll have to give her the information to pay it within 2 weeks.
Ok, pues tendría que venir mañana a pagarlo, pero le daremos la información por si necesita las 2 semanas.
Does she have an email?
¿Tiene un correo electrónico?
Sí.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you ask her to write that down for Ms. Green before she leaves the courtroom?
¿Se lo puede escribir para dárselo a la señora Green antes de que se vaya del tribunal?
Claro.
Of course.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
So then I
gracias.
have Imano Venible, and that is a not guilty. I'm going to assume that that person was in court.
They kept dropping and they never logged back on.
And I had Jada Williams, that was a not guilty, and Latoya Woods that paid. The only person that's left is Miss Rasul. Let me go back to her case.
This is English, so is it, should we? It's okay.
Understand her name and
Yeah, print your name up here.
All right, Ms. Rasul,
Yes,
I believe you indicated you wanted to plead guilty to your charge of DUI. Is that correct?
yes,
All right. Ms. Rasul, is this the first time you've been charged with this offense?
yes.
How old are you, Ms. Rasul?
22.
All right. Do you want to go through with this plea knowing that it's going to be on your record permanently, or would you like to see if the court can appoint you an attorney? Maybe they can help you out with this charge.
Yes, I would like to see if the court can help me out with this.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset you, but we're going to email you a court-appointed application. You're going to fill that out and send it back to the court, and then the court will probably appoint an attorney on your behalf to see maybe if they can do anything with this charge to help you out, okay?
Okay,
Did
thank
put your
you.
email in the chat?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can we verify we have Ms. Russell's email?
You tell me your email address, please.
Yes, ma'am. TAMOMA123@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Yes, that's correct. You can come back tomorrow.
All right, so Ms. Russell, you can actually log off. Just look out for that email with the application, fill it out, send it back to us. And then somebody will be in contact with you in reference to your representation, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Madam Interpreter, thank you for hanging out with us. I know we kind of drug this whole thing out. It was unavoidable.
Mr. Solicitor,
Very well.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering if we could recognize somebody that helped us out, Susie Hernandez. We did some informal
She's really
interpreting.
helped us today.
And we couldn't have got through those last half dozen cases without her. So I was wondering if we could let her be recognized.
Yes, absolutely. We sure appreciate all the help you can give us. In fact,
No problem.
I told her she needed to come and apply.
wait, you don't work for Forest Park?
No, she was just
No, I
with
was
someone.
just here with my uncle and he needed help. And
Okay,
so
so-
I seen that more Hispanic people needed help, language, because they
Yeah.
don't know English. So I was helping them translate and I was helping them, trying to fill
So
out an
what-
email.
Other than interpreting for courtrooms, what else do you do?
I'm a makeup artist.
Okay.
Oh,
I do makeup, yes.
So
That sounds so. We do court on Zoom and as you can tell, I'm ugly, so I don't get to wear makeup. I need maybe for you to give me some tips.
Sure, I
Maybe
do.
my
I
face
do
is
makeup for
shiny
females
as it is.
too.
But by all means, if you're helping out like that, if there's a position open for court services, you may want to consider applying because we can always use bilingual people in the court.
I would really love that because it is sad seeing, that they're struggling to, understand and there's nobody to help them. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would love that. I would love
Yeah,
that.
leave your information with Ms. Green, and I'm sure if something comes up where they can use you,
Okay.
because I know they can use the help. More hands.
yes, yes. So you can try to become a certified interpreter.
Correct. Yeah.
We need some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Thank
always,
you
yeah,
so
you won't have a
much.
job forever if you become a certified interpreter.
Mhm.
That's always going to be a useful skill to have.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for your help today.
Of course,
We
no
sure do
problem.
appreciate
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
That's
All
good.
right. So yeah, Madam Interpreter, I'm
Okay.
sorry for keeping you on so long, but we had a massive
Oh, no problem. No problem. It's just raining like crazy. A bunch of thunders and lightning going on around me. So
Oh, all
good
right.
to be home. Okay. Well, you guys have a good rest of the week.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so Miss Payton, I ain't forgot about you. Cause I said I was gonna
Oh,
save it
hold
for
on one moment.
afterward.